Hello, this is Dan the Furniture Repairman. This is an instructional video on how I added a piece of steel to a broken chair leg. The leg had been broken and repaired by another craftsman and broke again. We're jumping right into the middle of this repair. We've already re-glued the chair leg back on with a good strong two-part epoxy, and now we're ready to insert our steel. We have found that it's better to glue the leg on, let it dry, and insert the steel after the leg is dry. So we're going to mark the threaded rod out that we're going to insert. I'm going to use a Dremel and just score a line right across my lines. And I'm just going to hog out the wood with a 1/4 inch chisel. Nothing too difficult here. Now I've sped the video up a little bit through the chisel work. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. No reason to watch me chisel for 10 minutes. We're going to jump right into what the final hole looks like. We're going to put that in. So here you can see the hole the threaded rod's going to go into, and then on the left we have a 3-inch screw that I've already coated the threads with some epoxy, and we're going to drive that in, and then that's going to help reinforce that joint because it's going to go through the mortise and tenon area and into the top part. Now I'm kind of working with my left hand around a video camera here, so I look like a little bit of a rookie, but a little bit of a tough area for me to get to. I like putting that little bit of epoxy on the threads and shooting it in there. I think that helps it heal itself and stay nice and strong. Now here's our epoxy going into the hole. And I like coating this with epoxy because this epoxy is a little bit rubbery, which I believe cushions the threaded rod and keeps it from warring against the wood so much and damaging the wood just by being in there. So steel will do that to wood. And it sits right in that hole. And I just took a little nail set and I tapped it in a few times and it sat down there perfectly. And the next thing I need to do is just fill the rest of it in with some epoxy. This epoxy that I'm using is a 2-part epoxy paste that I get from Mohawk. I'll put a link in the comments below where you can get it. I like it. It sets up very quickly in about 15 minutes. You don't have much playtime with it. If it's playtime you need, then you want something that sets up slower. The epoxy we use to do the glue back is a little different. It sets up overnight, so you have lots of time, and I'll put a link to that also. Now here you see the piece completed before the touch up. I've done a little power sanding because I'm confident in my touch up, and I feel very good that when it's done, it's going to all blend in and disappear. But definitely is a little bit of a Frankenstein's monster here. But to me, strength is important, and then I can handle the cosmetics. That's not a problem. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions, comments, want to call me a shoemaker and tell me I don't know what I'm doing, feel free, put them in the comments below. I'll try to answer everything. I have my own way of doing things. They tend to work for me, but honestly, what'll work for you is probably just as good as what'll work for me. Have a good one.